Hello, welcome back. This is going to be part 8 of the Little Golden Book series. Part 7 is uploading right now. It is the same day. It's just a little bit later in the day. I did go through, first of all, thank you for joining me. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate the time that you take out of your day to spend with me and watching my videos. I know you have a lot of options, and I really appreciate that you choose to watch my channel and join this journey with me. Sorry about sticking my arm in the camera. I hit the cord, and so I tried to set it up under a basket to hold it. Couple things before we get started. I used the Roman numeral converter because I said I can't remember. The small one is 1998 and the larger one was 1996. Just FYI. So I will go put those back in the back in a little bit. Also, on this one was frustrating me because it just, I don't know. I didn't have the book pages glued very well, and so I just peeled the whole thing off and stuck it to a mailer. And I think I'm still going to use this for a pocket. It just won't be as thick or as significant as it was, which is a really good thing because I have put some pockets in here, and look what's happening. So we're going to have to determine if we really want to keep this many pockets in here or not, because I don't have any tags in here yet, and I really feel like that this is going to want to bulk up on us, because as it is right now on the open end, I mean, we're getting pretty, it's wanting to gator mouth, and I really don't want to have that. I mean, I can put an eyelet in here and we can have a tie, which will help it, but I want to have enough room that the recipient has room for their own mementos, memories, photos, whatever it is that that person wants to use the journal for. So I don't necessarily want to have it completely full of pockets. So that's something that I'm going to consider as we're going through here. I still am going to put him here, I think. He's just so cute. He needs to be there. I am on screen. I had put some washi tape down, but I have not cleaned the desk or table because, like I said, this is still same day. I just went downstairs to start uploading this video. I'm going to let that dry a little longer before I trim it. Okay, so kind of a flip through. You saw that one already. I left that one there. That one I left there. That's the poo pocket. That sounds really bad. I don't think I should say that again. This is one of the music page pockets, and I may swap some of these out just because I feel like they're adding some bulk, and by the time we put 3 tags in there, maybe that's not the best thing to do. We'll see. I will wait and make those some of the last ones that we glue in, or make a decision on. So on these little half sheets, I just did some book page to make little pockets there, but I also am thinking I may do something a little different there. I may just use music paper. And then that's the center of the signature, which I'm going to leave blank. I love that background. How fun would that be to put photos on, or maybe mementos or something? And then on these are little corner, they can be tucks, but they flip open and just make for more journaling space. So I may just leave the one on top and take the bottom one off and just leave that as journaling space for bulk purposes. I'm trying to think about how to do that. And I have this here that'll flip down, but I don't know about using, maybe I'll just tuck that in a pocket and then not have it as an additional tuck spot. So that's kind of where we are. That's the first signature, and then in the second signature I forgot to put a pocket here, so let's put that there. Oh, I already have one in that color, don't I? So let's just switch that out. This is some of the stuff as I'm building and putting them together too. I'll say, oh, I don't like that color with that page, or whatever. So it's almost time for school to be out, and I have not heard back from the kid to know what happened. So I'm waiting on him to get home. Same thing with this one. I may pull that out and just leave that, tuck that in a pocket somewhere. So I don't know what happened. I assume he's not in trouble. The principal hasn't called me, so there's always that's a positive. Same thing. I may leave the top one and take the bottom one off because that'll help reduce that bulk. It seems like the majority of the bulk gets put down in the bottom corners because I don't do as many top tucks, which actually I can. These can be top tucks as well, which is what I like about these. They're so versatile. And see, this one I did the music page on. Okay, so that's just kind of a flip through of the pockets that I have in here so far. And this is really bulky, but I really like this. Because what happens is, this is a pocket here, and then you put coffee dyed paper or dyed paper or journaling paper in here. If your scrapbook paper is light enough, you can just write on the scrapbook paper itself. But I'm really liking that green on green. I think that's pretty. And then I made that one just out of coffee dyed paper, which is a little thinner than the music paper, so maybe I'll replace the music paper with those. Okay. Oops. So that's where we're at with pockets. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just start with the back signature, set the front signature aside, and the book, so I'm not making too much of a mess on it. And this is where, if you'll remember, I numbered these pages. This is where it gets important because now I'm starting to pull apart to work on the page bases themselves. And I don't want to get things out of order. I try to work in order, but if I do, then I can say, oh, this is page number whatever, and put it back together. Okay, so I know that this Winnie the Pooh pocket, it doesn't sound any better, it's gonna go here. Oh goodness, I'm kind of a nerd, so don't mind me. And I want to get rid of some of that white space, right? And I don't get rid of it all. I don't mind some of the white space, but I know it bothers some people. So I just try to be mindful of that and think about what I want to use or whatever. So I have some stencils. That's what I was digging in off screen. Here is a different one. This is a gutter grate that I haven't tried to stencil through yet, but I do want to try. And then, okay, so this is like my favorite. I use this one all the time, and I really like this one. And I like the simplicity of them. So, let's see what colors we want to do here. We have a lot of greens, some brown, black, red, orange. And I just want to be subtle with this, so I actually think, here, let's do peeled paint. Let's do some peeled paint. And let's just do a little bit of the lattice work. And my green, don't I have a green one? That's brown. Where's that brown? Nope, that's red. Blue. Okay. I have my, this is what I'm digging through. I'm sorry I'm off screen. I have these makeup brushes, but I have ties on them so I know what color family I've been using to try to not contaminate my, my inks. And I haven't apparently made a green one yet, so I'll have to just get my green baker's twine out. That was probably really loud opening that plastic. I'm sorry. get my baker's twine out and just tie some green string around this one, so then I know that that's green. So all I'm doing is just very lightly stenciling in the background here, because I want it so that a person could still write in here if they want to. And that just knocks that white space back just a little bit. It doesn't bother me so much really, but I know that for whatever reason, white space seems to be frowned upon by a lot of journalers, which I don't completely understand. And that's okay, I don't have to understand everything. But I have had people ask me, what are you gonna do with all that white space? And I'm like, I don't know. Okay. So now when I put this on here, we'll just have a little bit of color in that background, right? Okay. And that needs squared up. I need to cut that a little bit straighter. Just a little, because I cut it with my scissors. You guys remember what I said about that? I don't cut very straight. So just that little bit. Okay. All right. So then, oh, that's going to be really cute. Okay. All right. I want to, I think I'm going to use 3-in-1 on this because this is a little bit of a heavier pocket, and clip it. Maybe I'll use it. I try to make sure I don't have dried glue on the top of my glues when I get started, because that's aggravating to me when I watch a video. It's like, peel your glue up, but I do recognize that as we're working, the glue gets dried in there and it cannot always be helped. Now these are just some, what are these called? Bulldog clips, I think. I don't know. I've got some here that are actually Tim Holtz brand, and some that my sweet friend got me at Daiso. And I need to get with her, because next time she goes to Daiso, I want some more, because these that from Daiso are super strong and they hold really, really well. And I like them a lot. Like the ones from Tim Holtz I like because they look a little bit aged or whatever. For if I wanted to make like a clip to put on a journal or something. But for functionality, these from Daiso are my favorite all day long. But I just need to have her get a pack and send them to me because there's not a Daiso around me. Okay, so now I'm going to let that dry. Okay. And it gets a little cumbersome with all the clips on there, but just be mindful of your space or whatever. Okay, so see, I did the green. I think that ties into the pocket and the green of this page. Now on this page, there's blues in the birds and there's blues in this. So I think I want to stencil with some blue on this page. It's really whatever your preference is. There's no right or wrong answer. Just stencil whatever color makes you happy. Trying not to have my arm in the way of you guys. I'm gonna get a drink of water here. Oh, that might be pretty. I was just looking. Okay, I'm back. I apologize if this seems choppy. I trimmed out the last clip because inadvertently it was videoing when I was reaching for blue ink, and you could see down my shirt, my shirt was not low cut, but it was the angle of the camera, and I did not want to leave that in the video. It would have been inappropriate. So I apologize if this seems really choppy. Please forgive me. I'll take the choppiness over you guys all seeing down my shirt, which I know nobody wants to see. So, okay, here's where we're at right now. I have glued some of the pockets in, and we are still getting a little chunky, okay? Remember, our spine is 1.5 inches, and right now we're sitting at about 1 5/8 inches with no tags in here. So I wanted to just kind of flip through and see what it is that is not necessary. I want to have a lot of journaling space, and I want to be able to put tags in here. And if I'm not careful, we're not going to be able to have tags in here. I did a little bit of work off camera because I was messenger chatting with my friend for a while yesterday, and obviously I couldn't do that and film. So I don't have a lot. I didn't do a lot. I did mostly gluing because we were gabbing. My sweet friend. So anyway, I have not glued these music paper pockets down because I feel like they're a little thick, and maybe we can do something different that is not so bulky that will still allow us to have the tags for that extra journaling space, because the tags are great for that. So this is where we are, and I have these 2 little half sheets here that I was gonna do maybe the book page pockets, because then we can do a small tag sideways in there. And I did glue the top flip. I glued on the side. I did do the top one, but I have not glued the bottom one. And I'm thinking I may not. That's just extra bulk in there. So I think I'm going to take that one off and just stencil this. And then, so that's this signature. And I haven't decided on that yet. I like it, but again, it's bulk, and I think I'll just tuck that in a pocket. I don't mind a chunky journal. I love a chunky journal, actually, and I'm very textural, so I'm really looking forward to building my next journal, which is going to be for me, because I love lace and fibers and just all the fun stuff. All right, glued this. I did stamp this. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a real light stamp, kind of a ghosted image. And I think I used Wild Honey because I like that color with the orange, but it just kind of mutes that white and makes for, I think, a pretty page, but you could still write on it. It's not such a heavy stamp that you can't write on it. I've got this glued down, and I love this. I love this. I think this is a fun piece. I really like it, but I think I want to make a clip, to hold that with a dangle off of it. So I think I'm going to do that because I don't want that flipping open. What else? I still have a lot of work to do on the white space here. Okay, and again, I glued this top one on, but well, that one might not get to stay. I'll have to fix that. I glued the top one on, but not this bottom one, so I'll take that off. Okay, music pages here, and the book pages on the other side, I think I already said I'm going to swap those out. And here's another one of these, but it's just kind of thick, but maybe by taking those out, it'll be okay. And I still haven't decided on this. This is thick paper. Maybe I'll make one out of thinner paper, but I just love that pattern. Okay. This video is going to go on forever because I'm rambling. I'm sorry. All right. And we've got him. And I don't think it would have shown, because the green is really light. I want to make sure you can see that light stenciling for the green and the blue. And I tried to wipe that little oopsie off with the brown there. Oh, this may be in what I cut out. I think that's in what I cut out. Okay, so we have these bluebirds sitting here, and they're so cute. So I just took blue and I stenciled, and I was inking the pocket, and I accidentally touched the dauber to there, but I think it's gonna be okay. Okay, so that's where we are right now. And I just, like I said, I don't want this to be too fat, and even just taking those two pieces out helped. So let's do this. Where's the green one? I hope everybody's doing well today. I wish I could play music because I love listening to music or TV when I'm crafting, but because of copyright issues, I can't do that. And sometimes my brain works better with music. So let's just work on these pages here, okay? My son's girlfriend is going to be here in a little while, and we're going to work on making early dinner because we are going to have big meal early today. We're going to make a meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and then I think we're going to do games together today. So that'll be fun, a board game. Maybe like Risk or something like that. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll see. I told the kids they could choose between Monopoly and Risk, and it was up to them what we did, so we'll see what they decide. Okay, you know, on this, I think I want some mustard seed. How about just a little bit of brightness? I'm just using my Distress ink and mustard seed, and I don't know if that's on screen, I'm just putting it on my paper here, or on my stamp. You guys go drink another cup of coffee. It's a little early for me this morning. Not really. My fuel tank's empty today. Okay. I like to keep extra paper here so I can stamp leftover ink on my paper, and then I can work with those pages for backgrounds or whatever. So just nice ink there. Let that dry, and I didn't get all the way to the edge, but that's okay because we're not going to see it anyway, right? And then stamp that, get my ink off of it. This is like one of my favorite stamps I've bought. I use this one a lot. And then I've cleaned up some brown for something, and now that yellow on it, that's going to be a nice background. Do you guys dye your own papers? And if you do you iron them when you're done, or do you leave them crinkly? What do you like to do? I like that side better. When you're using pages, book pages, or music pages, always check both sides because you may like one side better than the other. And I like this side better, so I'm going to use that side. I did take some time yesterday after I stopped filming and cleaned up my avalanche pile, but you know what? In doing so, I moved I put it away. I moved my punch that I like to use for pockets, and I'm like, I put it away. Imagine that. All right, so just a little ink on that. All right. Oh, I like this. I love this pattern. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty, in my opinion. I get excited about things. Can you guys tell? Let's use some art glitter glue today. If it cooperates. This was giving me fits yesterday. I said in the last video I was trying to wash my tip in warm water. I almost dropped it. But you know what? Yesterday was that kind of day. So I have a funny story. In the morning with coffee, a lot of times my husband and I will share a muffin or a bagel or something. And yesterday I had toaster oven duty for the bagels, and they were about done, and we just used, we have the choose a size paper towels, and we just used the smallest one and split it in half because that's big enough to hold the bagel. Well, I was getting the bagel out of the toaster oven, and I don't know what I was thinking. And I had my paper towel, and I reached into the toaster oven with the paper towel. I grabbed the bagels out. I realized that the paper towel's on fire. So I rush over to get to the sink, and of course by rushing, it was like a fan and it fueled the fire. And my husband's like, drop it, drop it. And I'm like, I can't, it'll fall on the floor. So I threw it in the sink and ran water in the sink, dropped the bagels in the sink. I didn't want to drop the bagels on the floor. It was such a mess. It was such a disaster. Oh my goodness. But it was a riot. I gotta say, it was hilarious. I do things like that sometimes. Okay, so that has a little tear there. So let's see what we can do to fix that and have it not a big deal. So let me look at my ribbon and trims. I'll be right back. Okay, got some trim. So yeah, yesterday was just kind of that kind of day. Oh, goodness. That's kind of cute, but kind of boring. That's kind of thick. That's a little too much. I do like the polka dots or the chevron. I think I like the chevron. It's a little more muted. So do you guys do stuff like that? I'm like, I already said I'm a nerd. That might have been in the part that I cut out as well. Yeah, I have a different sense of humor. Kind of an awkward sense of humor, probably. So you guys might be like, you're not funny. I think I'm funny. But I am awkward. Totally awkward. Okay. Oh, that's going to be cute. I like it. And then that'll just hold and take care of my mistake. All right. So when I cut ribbon, I do like to just seal that edge very gently. You want to be real careful with your flame. Don't burn yourself. Don't catch anything on fire. Not like I'm a good person to say that. Sorry, I know that shakes the whole table. But I had to get my smaller scissors out. I'm sticking my head in the camera. I know I did that already. You guys are like, we don't need to see all your gray hairs, lady. Keep your head out of the camera. Okay. Well, I was going to try to make a dessert this morning, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do everything. Oh, look what I cut that too short. It'll be all right. It's going to be okay. All right. So, is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? We are not. I'm working on this. I have to sew my husband's pants. I have church tomorrow, which I love listening to our pastor. He is just such an inspiration. I really like him a lot. He's just a really nice guy. And I enjoy listening to his service. He is just a sweet man. So, all right. Actually, I think it's okay that I cut that short so it doesn't bind. So look at that. Unintentional perfection. Oh, I hate when my glue does this. I feel like it's such a waste. So is anybody watching any good TV shows? Are you binging anything? What are you watching? Oh, we've been watching, well, Outlander, but season 4, because that's what's available on Netflix. We don't have stars, so no spoilers, okay? We've been watching Longmire and Blacklist and Good Witch. Good Witch is a good lighthearted one to watch after all the heavy stuff. It seems like the other stuff is a little heavy to watch at night. But it's nice. We just kind of sit and have the quiet. And oh, do we want some flowers on that side? No. Anyway, we just sit and kind of watch stuff at night and do mindless. And I like to tend to try to fussy cut things at night or whatever to keep my hands busy, because it bothers me to sit and just do nothing. My hands can't. I gotta keep my hands busy for my brain. See, I don't want it busy. Too busy. Should I leave that just white? No, I don't think so. Sorry, I'm rambling. And no, I do not smoke. I used to, long time ago. But I do not smoke. My lighter is here strictly for crafting purposes. My husband, when we started dating, said I had 2 weeks to stop smoking or he wasn't going to date me anymore. And only took me a week, and I stopped smoking and didn't even miss it, actually. I didn't smoke that much, but I used the lightest patch on my arm because people said if you smoke while you're wearing the patch, it would cause you to vomit, and I will do anything to not do that. So I quit smoking. And I'm glad. It's bad for you. And it's just kind of, ooh, that would be cute right there, wouldn't it? Let's do that. So anyway, yeah, I quit smoking and I don't miss it at all, actually. Well, I don't miss it. My father-in-law smokes and it doesn't bother me. I smell it on him. It's just kind of a scent that's like him, you know? So, anyway. Oh, goodness. Okay, so that's done. I've got some light gray in there. You can still write. Now that you can still see. So let's do something there. How about I'm digging on just some washi that I have here. And what about just a small piece of washi? Maybe I should do a thinner so it doesn't take up the writing space. I could have just done that and folded it over the edge. Oh, goodness. Let me get a smaller roll of washi. Hang on. And look at this. It's perfect. It'll match my trim. It's narrow. It's going to be just fine. So let's just get a small strip. And sometimes washi doesn't like to... This one's a pretty sticky one, actually. But let's just make sure that it's going to stick. Maybe. All right. Definitely going to need to... be careful with that. Sticky. Oh, cute. Oh, I like it. Super cute and fixed. So, you know, I tell you guys, if you make a mistake or something with paper, it's not really a mistake. It's an opportunity to get creative, right? So, sorry, that's loud. I was closing my washing container. Anyway, so just know that even though, like, I was like, oh gosh, I ripped it, but look, the chevron's cute and the washi's cute there, and it just looks like a pop of color and like I did it on purpose. So, we won't tell anybody, right? Okay, so then I have this one that, or do I just want to have that in the middle and maybe not have the two pieces? Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll save this for another journal. And you're not married to your decisions when you're creating. Just know that, okay? You're not married to it until you sew it together. And even then, you can still make changes. See, I like that better in the middle. Just like that. Cute, cute, cute. And you know what? This paper, what I think I'm going to do I'm just gonna spritz that with some ink. So let me, just for some color, let me see what colors I have. Hang on. Okay, so I'm looking here at the signature and I'm wondering what color I want to do, because I've got in this, these are the only colors I have in the sprays. I would really like to get some more colors. So I'm thinking, I was thinking orange, but I've got the, on this side, the Wild Honey. I guess it's kind of orangey, isn't it? Yeah. But is that too much orange? I think that's too much orange. I have this Ice Spruce, which is just a nice kind of gray color. I don't want pink. There's no pink on this page. The Cracked Pistachio is not going to be the right color. I do have Mermaid Lagoon, which is a nice blue, but I think just going to go with this. So my recommendation for the spraying is to have a box or something that's going to catch it, because the spray goes everywhere. I learned that the hard way. I had it all over my iPad, all over my desk. Luckily, I had not had such a mess on my desk and I was able to clean it up. But lesson learned, you want like a box that you can capture the spray in. So I don't know if this is going to be enough of a box here, but I'd like to kind of demonstrate. So let's see. Let's just have a piece of paper here. And these are some papers. I tried to actually eco-dye some stuff with beet greens and it did not work out. I don't know what I did wrong, but it was a disaster. So I have these papers that are just kind of like no color on them. So I use them for catching inks or sopping up extra ink if I'm working on dyeing paper, which is a great use for them. And it gives me great designs. So, and that ink gets everywhere. It's such a mess. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take my heat gun to this and dry it so I can put it back in the book, and I won't heat gun on camera because it's really loud, and I will be right back. Okay, if you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hairdryer, and if you don't have a hairdryer or a heat gun, then set it on your register or just set it aside to dry and just mark the spot in your journal where you wanted that page so that you know. I mean, just use paper clips and or coordinate like a green here and a green here, so then you know that that's where your page goes, and give it time to dry. Okay, so now that's just got a little bit of color to it, just simple, and I didn't do so much that you cannot journal on it, so the sprays are a great option. Okay, so that's going to be in the middle here, and then we have this page that needs some color also. So what do we, oh, that's so cute. What do we want to do with that page? Let's do, oh, on this page we could do the blue because it would pull the blue here. Yep, that's what we're going to do, is the blue. Okay. Get my box and spray. So I'm going to spray this with the blue. I'm going to dry it and I'll be right back. Okay. Look how pretty that came out. It's a little heavy, but I don't, that's fine because you can still write on it. But look at this happy accident in my recycle box because I was spraying into my box, and there's some shimmer from, I don't know, it looks like glitter. I don't know. But anyway, it's got a little bit of that gray and blue. So I think I'm going to take this apart and use it for maybe backing a tag or something. So I got out some sponge sugar and I want to stencil this page. I'm not going to spray this page. I want to stencil this page. And let's see, we want to do maybe, I'd really like to get some more stencils. I don't have very many. Oh. Let's see what we want to do. Just a second here. Sorry, hang on. Okay, change of plans. I'm going to stamp it. Okay. Sorry if you guys think I'm scattered today. I really don't mean to be that way. I don't know what's going on. So hopefully it's not too terrible for you guys. And I say you guys, and that's just habit for me. I don't mean anything gender-wise or anything like that. So I hope that's not offensive to anyone. I don't intend it to be. I just say that, you know, that's just a phrase that I use. So please let me know. I would never want to offend anybody. That's not my intent ever. So... let's see. Oh, did that even... yeah, it stamped a little bit. That's all we need, really. It's just a little bit of imaging. So I don't know if you guys can... if you, ladies, gentlemen, whoever we have watching, hopefully both, that would be awesome. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I don't have my paper here to stamp that on. Can't see it anyway. It's so light. I love this color because it's a really just super soft color. It's real delicate. I love it. I was trying to stamp some images for a swap and my stamp was not cooperating on those houses. It kept leaving a blank spot. I was getting really annoyed with it. We did a wishes in my Facebook group, and one of the ladies asked for some stamped images, and that was a really fun thing. So I think what I'm going to do is do another swap that'll be like stamps or die cuts or something, because I know that people have different dies, and I thought that would be kind of fun. So anyway, all right, we'll see. I'm not there yet. Okay, I'm going to take that. Well, no, I'm going to leave it there just so I know that I'm thinking about putting a pocket there. Oh, that pink is really soft with that blue. I like it a lot. Okay, so I think this video is probably getting long enough that it's going to take a couple hours to upload. So I'm going to stop there for right now. I'm going to keep stenciling and stamping and just getting these white spaces kind of taken care of. It won't take me very long. And then I'll come back and we will start looking at what we need to do for tags. So I'll do that and then I'll be back. So thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the journey with me, which I hope that you are, please subscribe, leave me comments. I really appreciate the feedback that I'm getting. I think it's wonderful. I absolutely love that some of you are interacting with me so much, and I really appreciate it. I love it. I think it's just, again, I'm very humbled that you would choose to spend your time watching me when there are so many options out there. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it so much, and just thank you. And I just, there are no words. I'm very grateful for your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back in a little while, and we'll be working on tags. Thank you.